Let's go.
In that brand new got cop car. Got the club moving like a golf cart. She gon' like me when I'm hotter like a Pop-Tart.
No, this isn't a video about how to become famous on TikTok with dance moves. Because to be honest, half of us wouldn't make it on there as our moves aren't lit enough.
Hey, I have the dance moves. What are these?
Like I said, we wouldn't make it on there. But luckily for you guys, in this video, we're not going to be going into how to become famous on TikTok with dancing. We're actually going to be going into how you can start a clothing brand and monetize your audience by selling products to them on TikTok. Now, this video was a collaboration with somebody in the community who actually reached out to me after viewing a video on this channel, and they said, yo, thank you for sharing what you did. I made thousands of dollars on my TikTok through your process. So in this video, we're gonna share the insight and the inner secrets of what he used to blow his brand up on TikTok. So if you're a new visitor to this channel, I highly encourage that you guys hit that subscribe button right down below, because the best part about it, one of the best parts about it, is that it requires no money down or sick dance moves like this one. So let me start this video out by sharing a story about how we came across a success and what we did to ensure we provided you with an A1 from the ground up education in this video. So a few weeks ago, I was working right there, hard at work, when I got a call from Ian, the founder of Apliiq. What up, man?
John, you there, man?
Yeah. I was just hard at work.
Man, it looks like you're hard at work over there.
Yeah,
Oh, dude, I have
What?
a story to tell you. You're going to get a kick out of this, man.
What's going on?
Dude, you remember that $0 how to start a clothing line video that we did?
Yeah. How's it doing?
Dude, the video is rad, man. It's awesome. It's been helping a ton of people out, but I got a super funny story about it. And you know, the world of e-commerce, you're just like always checking in, like what's going on, how are sales going, that type of stuff.
Right.
So like, getting all these pings of like all these orders coming in, like this new seller just started selling like hundreds and hundreds of things. So I call the number on the orders of the seller, and I'm like, and this nice lady picks up like, oh, hey. And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. Maybe I have the wrong number. And like immediately in the back of my head, I'm starting to think like, oh man, this is going to be like a fraud situation, you know, where I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm looking for Erin. And she's like, oh, well, who's calling? I was like, well, yeah, my name's Ian. I work at this company, Apliiq. We manufacture apparel. And she's like, oh, yeah, Erin's my son. And I was like, yeah, well, you know, I think your son might have placed like a couple hundred orders on our site. And she's like, oh, yeah, no, I know. He like just launched a clothing line. He saw this video that you and this guy, John, did. He did this whole entire clothing line from the ground up by himself with $0, launched it on TikTok, and dropped the release and sold like hundreds, like I think it was like 350 or 400 orders like on the first release. It was incredible, dude. It blew my mind.
That's amazing. And so you say he's on TikTok, and he is obviously a teenager because he's still, you know, his mom was the credit card on file.
I just remember how you started that video, like haters are gonna hate, they're gonna say it can't be done. You know, it's not gonna work for everyone, but it can be done.
So I asked him to connect us to Aaron, and of course to his mom, since he was a teenager, in order for us to find out more about his story and what he did to have that success on TikTok. What I found out was mind-boggling. He sold thousands of dollars of apparel on his first drop, and the design was a simple milk carton with a website that had a picture of a milk carton and a handful of products. Can you guess what the name of the brand was called? It was called Melk, with an E. So being the boomer that I am at using TikTok, I had to ask him what made his launch successful. And at first he was a little shy of sharing that information, but I was able to wrangle it out of him and a few other people that are part of this community. I had conversations with them about what's made their channels, their TikTok accounts successful, and what's made videos go viral. And we'll be sharing the keys to success later on in this video, but right now I wanted to dive into the details of what Aaron specifically did to launch his clothing brand using TikTok. And what better way to do this than by actually getting the information straight from him.
My name's Aaron, I'm 14, and I started Milk Clothing. I started this brand through TikTok and want to take you into my design process and how I share my brand online. Let me show you. So when you're starting your clothing line, one of the first things you need to do is get an Illustrator software. I use Adobe Illustrator, which I highly recommend for creating your logo. If you don't have access to this, then you can find a free software somewhere on the internet, or you can hire a professional graphic designer to help design your logo. Alright, so once you got your Illustrator software, you're going to want to go get Shopify, and you're going to want to create your account. So here you can type in your email address and start your free trial. I already have my account, so I'll log in. And then once you're here, you're going to want to go into your settings. And you're going to want to set up your payments and shipping and all of your personal information. This is a very important key, especially the shipping, which I forgot to do. If you don't set up the shipping, then you're going to have to pay for all the shipping of your orders. You may lose a big amount of money, so do not make the same mistake as me. After you have all your personal information set up, you're going to want to go into your apps. Right here in your apps, you're going to want to add your drop shipper, which I use Apliiq, highly recommend. So once you got it all downloaded, just click there. And then in here, when you get to it, you can hit create account, but I already have my account, so I'll just sign in. And here we are, you got your account, so now it's time to start designing. So after you got your Shopify and Dropshipper account all set up, you're going to want to go into your Illustrator software and start designing your logo. So here's one of my logos that I have. And after you get it, you want to export it as a PNG, so it has high resolution. Export. Make sure it's high resolution, very important, or else when your shirt's going through sampling, it'll get declined. Alright, so after you got your design, you need to go into your dropshipper and start designing. So with Apliiq, you have all these different things you can design. So I'm just going to go with the normal short sleeve tee for now. I'm going to pick the Golden Men's t-shirt, which is what I print on. And then here, you can have a pocket tee, but I'll just remove that for now. And you want to go here and hit add your artwork. And get your PNG image, select it. And here you can either do digital print, screen print, cut and sew, or embroidery. My two main ones that I use are digital print and embroidery, but for now, we're just going with digital print. So here we are with our design on our shirt. I'm just going to shrink it down to the size that I want it. There we go. And then we can change the color, which I'll change it to light blue. And here in the note, you can just write anything about the design that you want them to do. So I can say 3 inches from collar. And then I also want it centered in the middle. And hit done. And then after you have your design already, you're going to want to order a sample. This is a very important step that you must not skip, which I also mistake. Let's go up here, hit buy a sample. Choose your size that you want, and then add it to your cart. And then there you can go ahead and order your sample. So after you have your sample, you're going to want to get your product onto your Shopify account. So from here, you're going to go next. You're going to have to go drop ship this product, and then add a new product to store. And you're going to want to put in your pricing that you want. I sell my t-shirts for $20. And you want to hit create new product. And then put in the name that you want. So I'll put in the name. There we go. Hit save. So now that your product's on your Shopify account, here you can edit it. You can edit the site, the pricing. You can edit the name of it. But this is a very important step that you can't skip. So you want to go down here to add variant. And in here you're going to want to click on each of the sizes. And here you want to hit charge tax on this product. If you do not hit charge tax, then for every product you sell, you're going to have to pay the taxes for that. Then also, you want to hit track quantity. This will show you how much you've sold and your inventory and everything. And just go up here, click save. Alright, so now that you got your products that you're ready to sell, you need to design your store. So you go down here to online store. And here you can change the themes, the navigation of your whole website. Go over here to customize. And here you can change your header, your sidebar. You can put collections down here. You can add a header at the top for any news you need to announce. So there's your website. It's great. Okay, so after you have your product, you're going to want to add your pictures to it once your samples come in. Pictures are very important so people can know what your full product looks like. show you some examples. Here's one of my personal favorite hoodies. It's just a very basic, just take a picture of the front with the design, and then do a zoom up picture of the graphic print. So after you have your website all complete and you have your product, the next thing you're going to want to do is set up your social media. The best social medias that I use are Instagram, TikTok, but you can also use Twitter or Facebook. TikTok is a highly recommended social media. It's great for advertising. So let me show you how I make mine. When having a clothing line, advertisement is very important. I've discovered that TikTok is great for advertising my products. I've gained over 22,000 followers and 228,000 likes in the past. So let me show you guys how I make my TikToks. First, you're going to want to get your products that you want to show. I'm showing these 2 dad hats that I'm going to release later today. So after you have these, you want to go over into your TikTok app and hit this plus button. Go to your sounds. I have all these sounds picked out. I'll just choose this one. So with my products, I'm just going to show them up against my black wall for a nice base background. And then very simple, just record, show my products. Get a good angle on it. Just very simple, just show the product and show the design. And after this hat, just grab my next hat to show. Do the exact same thing. Show the hat. Show the design again. And then I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna add my text and just explain to them what these are. So, new dad hats coming later today. I'm just kind of put it up in the corner so you can still see what's going on. I'm gonna go here and hit next. And then I'm gonna hit check back later for the new hats. And I'm also gonna add some hashtags, just so more people will see them. Alright, so now that we got all our hashtags, our captions, our wording and everything, we're just gonna go here and hit post. And there it is. That's how I make my TikToks.
As you can see, this process is so easy and requires no upfront cost when starting a brand with Apliiq. They are able to do this with hats, shirts, hoodies, and much more, helping him build a loyal following that comes back for more every drop he makes. Now, as promised, here are the tips that we've learned over the last few months of dissecting TikTok accounts, talking with TikTok creators, and more importantly, figuring out how TikTok really functions. Now, nobody is truly a TikTok guru. Nobody really knows the inner workings. The only thing that really remains consistent with TikTok is a couple of things that we're gonna share. And by you being able to use these key points we're about to discuss, it'll increase your chances of going viral on TikTok and growing a channel and building a brand on there. Now, the very first thing about TikTok that you might notice after you go on there is the fact that it has a For You page. Now, that For You page is essentially a page of recommended videos based on your viewing patterns. So if you're watching a lot of prank videos or some funny videos, TikTok will recommend more and more funny and prank videos on your feed. Now, if you're watching other types of educational content, it'll serve you more educational content because the goal of TikTok is for them to keep you on their platform for as long as they can. So what this means as a creator, if somebody wants to create, like you watching, you want to create content for your brand, the key is in finding the market of who you're going to be serving and who's going to be watching that video. You need to start with who the viewer is and what their viewing patterns are. Why you want to do that is because it'll allow you to better create a video that's positioned to be on alongside of that For You page, which is really where videos go viral. It doesn't necessarily go viral by just using hashtags. Now, there's a lot of tips with using hashtags on TikTok, and overall, TikTok has done an amazing job with their algorithm to just recommend content based on what's in the video itself. Now, of course, you always want to use that For You hashtag and the For You page hashtag to increase the chances of it hitting that For You page. But more importantly, at the end of the day, it's all about creating that really quality piece of content that somebody didn't know that they wanted to watch. Now, when it came to Aaron, the reason that I feel his video blew up is for the fact that he really tapped into nostalgia. Now at the time, TikTok had a nostalgia trend. It was really showing a lot of different videos that were bringing you back emotionally or subconsciously to a time that you were younger and the days were better off. And that's something that happens with TikTok, is that there is a lot of trends that come. And if you're able to see the trends that are coming, you're able to create content around it, which will increase the chances of that video being recommended for more viewers. Now, I feel that he hit nostalgia. He also hit the graphic design market. He also hit the cartoons and some of like the old school things that kids watched growing up. And it really resonated with his audience, which wanted to watch that video more often and then wanted to support the launch of his brand. Because as you guys can see in the video, he actually drew the designs and he showed people, he took them inside of the design process and the inspiration of his brand. And even though it's just a milk carton that's drawn that looks like it's a kid's drawing, it became a brand because it really connected with the viewers of that audience. So if you're thinking about creating any videos for TikTok, you need to begin right there. You need to know who the market is, who's gonna be watching it, and you need to really do some research in regards to the videos that are in that market and create a video that can sit alongside it. More importantly, guys, you're not gonna be viral right out of the gate. It's very difficult to do that. So more importantly is, don't get discouraged about videos not taking off. I mean, I'm speaking from the heart right here, because I published a lot of different videos on TikTok and I'm like, man, this one got 1 million on YouTube. It should work on TikTok. It doesn't always work out that way. So you have to continue testing and tuning and creating content specifically for TikTok in order to help the chances grow of your video going viral. So if you guys are interested in watching and seeing our journey of growing a TikTok channel, we're gonna link it right below in the descriptions below this video. If you guys wanna follow us, we'll add you guys back, because it really truly is a free-for-all on TikTok right now. Anybody can make it as long as you make something good and you connect with an audience. And more importantly, you're consistent and you continue to drive home that idea that you have for your brand. So I appreciate every single one of you guys watching. I hope that these tips and that this information we shared today is impactful to your brand and business, because on this channel, we help entrepreneurs build brands that impact the world from the ground up. So if you're a new visitor to this channel, subscribe button if you like this video, because we'll be launching many more like it. And check out the free resources, and all of the links and platforms that we mentioned will also be linked down below. So again, appreciate every single one of you guys watching, and I look forward to seeing you guys on the next one.